Biddies, it's your girl AyChristene, and today we're checking out a suggestion from you guys. This is Fame is Lame by SomeThingElseYT. I saw him just tweet that, and I don't think the link was on that. I think it was just the random tweet. So I was like, oh man, it's late. And it was just a notification, so I never clicked it. So maybe the video was in there, but when it said Fame is Lame, I was like, oh, I guess when you get to a certain point, maybe sometimes there can be moments where it's lame. And I completely can understand how that's the case, because I've seen where celebrities are leaving a mall, going to their car in a parking garage, and there's paparazzi all around their car. That is so frustrating to me. Like, yeah, I get you got to take your pictures and get your, your bills paid because you getting paid for taking pictures of celebrities. Okay, but bruh, I gotta go, and I am liable to run you over if you gonna be around my car. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. So let's check out the instances where fame was lame for him. Link for this video is in the description box below for you to check out. Now let's get started. Good bean.
Oh,
must be getting coffee.
Holy mother! I can't believe it! Oh my God!
Oh crap!
Are you SomeThingElseYT?
I'm yeah. That's
I
me.
like the sound of
I
him.
can't believe I'm in your... Can I get a picture?
Yeah, man, no problem.
This kid's all
I
super
will be
cute.
just like you.
He's
That's
so
awesome,
cute.
man.
So cute.
Why?
He's like, why? Oh crap!
Are you SomeThingElseYT?
Yeah.
I like that it says value great, because Walmart's store brand is great value, and I can't afford real off brand. Like, so none of these are like brand name anything. I like that this store bought. Some stores have good, not great value. Don't buy great value stuff, because I've actually read the ingredients box. It's super. I won't get into my issues with Walmart. However, off-brand stuff at Publix be great, bruh. Great.
Would you like a picture?
What? Yes! It's so crazy! I can't believe I'm taking a picture with him!
Oh my God.
The excitement.
The enthusiasm.
I love it.
I want to be famous someday too!
I love it. I love it.
Why?
He's like, why?
Man, I'm getting recognized a lot today. Getting recognized is actually rare for YouTubers. Also,
Yeah, I think it is.
bought a new
It's on the
mic,
more rare
and it
side.
sounds amazing.
Depending on what you do.
Can I get a picture?
Of course.
Oh,
Oh my God, you're so cool and famous. I want to be just like you. Man, you
Oh.
probably have like an exciting life all the time, doing
Oh,
what
no.
you love every day.
I can tell you.
Partying it up, being rich.
I don't have an exciting life every day. It's not dull, though. That's
My
not dull.
words that aren't
My life's
true
not dull.
about quote-unquote famous YouTubers, blah, blah.
Being famous.
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean? Having millions of people adore you, making lots of money, being the cool kid everywhere you go, getting lots of
I guess.
potential job opportunities.
Ah!
What does it mean? I mean, by definition, sure,
Potential.
some of those things, but what's it all about? It seems like everyone nowadays wants to have some sort of fame for whatever reason, whether it's for
people are
popularity,
different.
money, happiness, or because they just wanna. Well, to give you a bit of insight, allow me to explain how hello, it's me,
Hello.
SomeThingElseYT,
Hello.
start my everyday life as a quote-unquote famous person. Look at this
Okay.
guy calling himself famous. Okay, I know. Let me just create a loophole so I don't seem as pretentious throughout the rest of this vid.
Okay. I got
me? Are you able to call me famous so people don't get mad at me?
it. Oh my goodness.
No. Shit. Anyways, I for one think it's freaking awesome. Unlike most, I,
That one
the
guy's
celebrity
wig
taunts,
was
wake up
pretty
every
wild.
day to the sweet and loving sound of my beautiful, elegant, and oh so gorgeous alarm clock.
I was gonna say alarm, yeah.
After that, I get
my
my
phone.
beloved by many ass up, walk over to the kitchen, and
Mm-hmm.
make myself a meal unlike those have ever seen before.
Cereal.
Quaker Oats oatmeal.
Oh, oatmeal. Okay.
Sometimes when I start my day, I decide to do a little tidying up around the old Casa de la my house, cause, yup, this old mansion can get
Studio-sized
pretty messy
apartment.
sometimes. If only Esmeralda was available today.
Oh,
And finally, I take a shower.
a maid. Oh, that's funny. But I also like how his house became
This old mansion can get
The studio
pretty
apartment.
messy sometimes.
I am lonely. Aw. I'm a big
Only
fan.
Esmeralda was available today. And finally, I take a shower, get dressed, brush my teeth, and go to work. For like longer than I should.
Yeah, a lot of us do.
Yep, no cubicle for my desk job, no siree.
No,
The
just
famous
in
lifestyle
your
is,
office. I mean, your
oh
home.
man, it's, as my generation likes to say,
What?
bopping.
Is that
Yo.
what they say?
Irony. I smell irony. Nah, but for real.
Okay.
Being famous has its perks, right? Having your own sizable army of adolescent preteens that worship you can score you some major opportunities like
Oh, yeah,
movie
like
deals,
branding.
sponsorships, and
Okay,
even
sponsor,
TV
yeah.
roles.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's stupid. For those trying to get into the
I like that
mainstream, that's a
reference.
freaking steal. Like, seriously.
It is
Only
pretty
thing
cool.
you have to do is sign here and here and here, also here. Initials here.
Yeah,
blood
you gotta
sample
sign,
here.
like,
Firstborn
contracts and
sacrifice
deals.
here.
Is
Honor
that
for
blood?
Cthulhu, and one little initial at the bottom. Okay, cool. You own nothing now. Hell, Satan. As you can see, I'm having a blast
Like
lighting
Hail
off a bit
Hydra.
of steam. Because that's what being a creator is all about. Expressing yourself,
Yeah.
having fun, and making something you're proud of. None
Creativity.
of this lackluster way we've sort of directed creativity to go, which is, well,
Fame
become
lottery.
famous.
Well, Adam, come on. You can be your favorite creators and make a crowd ton of friends, right?
I hear you ask, and to that I
The
say...
little puppet.
I mean, I have friends, like hundreds of friends, of course. Look at this
It can-
community.
it can be a lonely
being
life. It's not-
celebrity really
it's not a
has
lie.
its ups. I mean, the only downs you really got are nothing big. Sure, having no idea whether people want to be your friend for you or just
Or
because
for
you're
your-
famous sucks. But why should I give an effing F? Nothing
wow.
better than meeting potential friends and them treating you like a god every time you speak, or constantly
I
asking
don't
about
like that.
analytics and asking how they can get famous too, or tell you about their problems, expect help all the time, and talk shit behind your back and never ask you, hey Adam, how's
How
your
you
day
doing?
going?
Right.
Or having no one to turn to because you pushed them all away.
Oh. I feel like that was like
The famous lifestyle is...
I feel like that was like a poetry, not a poetry slam, but like, you know, when someone's like, when that type of flowetry, it was a bit of flowetry where it's just talking about normal things to like somewhat of a beat, kind of like rapping. Well, I guess it is rapping, but without actually making it a song, I guess you can say. Let me clean my glasses. My glasses kind of messy. But yeah, I get what he's saying. Like when it's hard, and I mean in the field, it's hard to, it can be hard to connect with some people because when they are coming up to you, you're not sure if it's the status situation or if it's genuine, hey, I actually want to learn type of thing. And then vice versa. Like when you're approaching someone, it makes it kind of stressful for me because I'm not approaching creators on the aspect of sometimes I just want to learn things. Sometimes I just want to ask a question because I'm just trying to learn, as a lot of us are. I'm one of those types that likes to learn things about, especially what I'm doing and everything. And I get so nervous that someone has that type of mindset or ego, and their mindset's like, oh, is she talking to me just because of my subscribers, or does she actually want to learn because I've been in the game for a while? It's because I want to learn because you've been in the game for a while. It'd be like if I was at a regular job and there was someone in a higher position, or not, I wouldn't say higher position, just someone who's been there longer, and you're there and you're like, hey, what tips do you have to last as long as you did? And that's kind of the mindset I have. So I get what he's saying on both sides of that.
Bopping, yo. As for meeting your favorite creators, you do get to meet them. That's definitely true, but it shouldn't
And
be the
that's
ultimate
pretty cool.
goal. Also, if you word vomit like I did when you first meet your favorite creators, well,
Ha!
better to meet them when you are a little more figured out in life.
I guess.
Won't
as
give
a
their
famous
names because
person.
it's embarrassing, and I know for a fact they don't remember, but
What?
the first time I met one of my favorite creators,
Is it
I
on
was,
without? Starstruck?
I called them daddy.
What?
It was 2017 at a con backstage, and I had noticed them from a distance.
Oh,
I sat
really?
my friend sitting next to me and said, holy sh**, that's so-and-so. And they were like,
You didn't
go
see-
say
you don't
hi.
see the name.
Being the confident Joe Schmo that likes talking to crazy
Excuse
people
me.
that I am, I decided, you're right. What's
You
the
guys
worst
know what
that
it was
can
like for
happen?
me
And walked
meeting my
over.
favorite
Now,
creator.
what I failed to mention is that this person resembles me very much, or at least according to my fan base. And within my little fan community, there's a running gag
Hold on.
There's a running gag going, or at least according to my fan base. And
I forgot to say, so I used my phone to fix it.
Within my little fan community, there's a running gag going that they like to push that I'm their son and a clone or whatever. I get asked that question a lot. Of course, you didn't know this. It's just a weird thing my fans created in my comment section. But I walked up to him, said, "Harry so-and-so?" And when he turned around, that's when I realized that, oh wow, I can get nervous. Like a deer in front of headlights.
Yep.
I froze. He looks at me and says, "Hi, yes. Nice to meet you." Meanwhile, my brain is trying to register this complex riddle of words he just threw at me, and for some reason I couldn't register anything except for the hundreds of comments flooding my mind.
Oh no.
So I looked at him dead in the eyes, shook his hand, and said, "Pleasure's mine, Daddy."
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, gosh.
The confusion on his face was so freaking real. I then finished shaking his hand, say, "Was nice to meet you," and left.
Oh, gosh.
I needed to get the frick out of there ASAP.
Goodness.
Because, oh man, you're not allowed to be a fan in this industry, because
I know your pain.
I'll f*** it up. You do learn a lot being famous, though, not gonna lie. For example, you get to attend meetings and important phone calls on just that. How to become famous. Yep. Sometimes you get to sit down with professionals as they explain these 10 quick and easy steps on how to YouTube. No need to ask them questions like, how come your channel's not successful? No, sirree. They know your audience more than you do, you see. Just gotta let yourself succumb to the brainwash and allow your morals to seep away so you can proudly create the perfect content to manipulate your audience into clicking your videos and buying your merch. Yep.
Is he talking about like
what's that?
Training?
It would probably be better if you focused on more stuff you are proud of making, be you, and try to be as creative as you can be versus following fake rules that everyone thinks you need to follow that hinder your creative flow, causing you to make complete garbage you aren't proud of. Stop it.
Oh, I like that it's the puppet.
Anyways, yeah, I'm famous. It's whatever. Look, last thing I want to do is crush people's dreams or express an opinion people don't like. Especially since I'm 22 and clearly know everything. My opinion never changes every 5 seconds. I love what I do, and I appreciate the hell out of the audience that watches my content, aka the people who make my dream of being able to create stuff I'm passionate about and even express myself possible. But if you try to make it big for the sole purpose of becoming famous,
it's not gonna.
Then I hate to break it to you.
It's not gonna work.
You can do better.
That's true. Very true. Oh. Famous lame. I like the outro here. Him just like him playing basketball or doing something in the background. I like that touch. It's a very nice, it's kind of, I love it. It's kind of like a classic cinematic where you have something going on in the foreground, but you have something going on in the background. I don't know how to explain it. Like when movies do this at the end, I feel like it's just such a nice touch. It takes you a second because you're like, oh, and then you're like, oh, it's the end. Okay, he's playing basketball in the background. Okay, it's mentioning things in the front ground. I like the way that it feels, like when it's tying up the video. I can agree with a lot of what he was saying in the aspect of, and it's funny, I was talking to myself the other day, because sometimes I talk to myself when I'm driving, and about the situation, how some people have that mindset where they want to get into the YouTube game just to be famous, and they don't understand that if you want, because they're like, oh, I want to be like PewDiePie, or I want to be like Markiplier, I'm saying gaming because gaming was where I started, but they're like, I want to be like this big creator that's got millions of subscribers and they have millions of views on their videos and stuff like that, and they just have, some people have this mindset, oh, if I make a couple videos just really fast of whatever, then I will be there. And that's not the case. So when they learn that, you'll see tweets or videos where like, oh, I'm quitting. After like a couple months of actually taking it seriously, they're like, oh, I'm quitting. Nobody likes it. Nobody's watching. And I mean, me and my husband were talking, like we he reminded me, because we've been doing this for like 5 years now, but he reminded me that, or is it 4 years? I think we're 4 years, right? Because we started 2015, I want to say. Yeah, 2015. But he reminded me that when we started, like for the first 3 months, we didn't even have 100 subscribers, like 100, not 100,000, 100 subscribers. And it took months. And then it took, I would say, a couple years before we got to 100,000 subscribers, you know? And some people have this mindset, I just want to be YouTube famous. But I think it's supposed to be more so a byproduct of working hard. And, you know, doing what you love, and fame being a byproduct, or not a consequence, but something caused from what you're already doing. Not that you're doing something to be famous, but you end up being famous because you're working hard, you're doing what you love, or even if you don't love it, just working really hard at it. Sometimes people get famous off of that, and, you know, that's a whole nother story. But I understand a lot of what he's saying that's relatable. Where you're not sure about some people because of where you're at and what they're approaching you. Why are they approaching it? It's because of you as a person, or because of who you've met or who you know. And I can, you guys know, for you that follow my animation channel, how I was when I met my like favorite creator. I was freaking starstruck. I feel like that's going to continue to happen. It never used to be a thing, but I think that that's going to continue to happen. I've emailed creators to try to collab and stuff, and one person that wasn't able to be a part of the project I was doing, but still replied, and I was like, oh my gosh, he replied. So I get what he's talking about. It's super exciting, you know, at getting that. And some of you guys, when I replied to comments, you're like, oh my goodness, Christine replied. And I'm like, you're doing that for me. I'm doing that for other people still too. And I think that's always going to happen. I think when you're humble, you're still going to be fans of other people. And when you meet them, you're still going to have those things. When you've got an ego, you'll be like, oh, I'm not impressed by them anymore or anything. And I'm not there. I'm definitely still like, oh my goodness. Like, if I emailed him and he replied, I'd be like, he replied. Oh, my goodness. That's really cool. But, yeah, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. What points did you agree with? What points did you not agree with? Let me know down below. If you like that video, check out the link in the description box below to support Adam. If you like this video, hug the life out of that like button. Also, check out the link for my merch, crowdmade.com/AyChristene. I love you guys as always. And until next time, buddies. Toodles.